I got the bat.
Welcome to It's Mythical. Today I'll be recapping the movie called Everyone's Hero. It all began with a 10-year-old baseball fan named Yankee, who no one wants on their team. He had an opportunity to play, but they all laughed at him due to his poor skills in the game. When the boys left, Yankee tries to practice with a stone and a brush, but failed, as the brush fell on an abandoned vehicle and broke the screen. Yankee went to the vehicle and saw a baseball under it and reached for it. He named it Screwy. Mr. Cross, the Cubs' general manager, got jealous of a very famous baseball player called Babe Ruth. He was so desperate to have a series trophy like him that he commanded Lefty, a cheating pitcher, to steal Babe Ruth's lucky bat. Yankee got home after a very bad day, and was reflecting on his passion for baseball when Screwy the baseball started hitting his door, which drew Yankee's attention. Yankee was in great shock to hear a baseball talk, though other people can't hear him talk. Yankee's father, Stanley, works as a custodian at Yankee Stadium. His father felt he was losing passion for the game and took him to the players' locker room to revive his passion for the game. While the two are on the premises, Lefty disguised himself as a security guard. He sends Yankee out and stole Babe Ruth's lucky bat. Stanley, Yankee's father, was falsely blamed and is temporarily dismissed until Babe's lucky baseball bat, also called Darling, is found. Stanley, frustrated, blames Yankee for the disappearance of Babe's baseball bat and sends him to his room. Determined to return the bat and save his family from being out on the streets, Yankee goes to the train station with Screwy. On sighting Lefty, Yankee quickly retrieved the stolen bat from him and made his way with it. Lefty, on realizing what happened, chased them to and fro, but Yankee was able to escape getting caught as Lefty was left frustrated. Yankee opened the case and was shocked to find out that Darling, Babe Ruth's bat, could also talk, as she urges Yankee to take her back to Babe Ruth in Chicago, where the next World Game will be held. Yankee was reflecting on either going to Chicago or New York when a dog from behind took Screwy, his baseball, and ran to a warehouse. Yankee chased the dog and luckily met some bum. They offered him a plate of food and fixed the radio to hear the report about the game. They all listened to the game and rooted for Babe Ruth, but unfortunately, he lost the game. Yankee blames himself for not returning Babe Ruth's lucky bat before he had his game that day. Suddenly, they heard the sound of a train going to New York and tried to catch up with it. It got to a turning point when he faces a critical decision: if he should take a chance and become a hero or play safe and return back home. He finally decides to go to Chicago to return Babe Ruth's bat. As Yankee continued his journey, he got hungry and tries to reach for an apple. Meanwhile, Darling and Screwy began to argue. As they were arguing, Screwy rolled down and hits a kid's shoe as Yankee saw them and fell to the ground. The two boys picked on Yankee as they threw Screwy back and forth. Marty, a young girl, came to his rescue, as both of them threw apples on the bullies. The bullies, defeated, ran away, leaving Yankee's baseball with him. Marty took Yankee to her house and showed him her dad's award collection as a pitcher with Cincinnati baseball team. Yankee told Marty that he's on a mission to return Darling, Babe's bat, to Babe Ruth. Marty suggested her dad can help. She wrote her dad a letter that will help Yankee get on a bus with her dad's team heading to Chicago, where Babe Ruth is. Unfortunately, Lefty came knocking on the door and lied to Marty's mum that he's Yankee's father. As Yankee saw him, he ran fast, as quick as possible. Marty kicked Lefty's leg to slow him down a little while her mom used a broom to poke Lefty on his face. Lefty cut Yankee at last as they both dragged Darling back and forth. Suddenly, Yankee releases the bat and it went right to his face, while Marty threw an apple on his head which made him unconscious. In this scene, Emily and Stanley, Yankee's parents, were very worried and went to Chicago in search of him. Right on time, Yankee arrived where Marty's dad and the team were, and handed him the letter. After reading the letter, he laughed and allowed Yankee join him in the bus. The players played an invincible baseball game with Yankee until they found Yankee's baseball. They taught Yankee how to take a stand when playing baseball. They finally arrived at Chicago. At Chicago, Yankee saw Babe physically for the first time and ran towards him quickly. Unfortunately, Lefty was already in the hotel. The guard didn't allow Yankee in, but Yankee found his way in. Lefty exchanged Darling with a long loaf of bread, but fortunately, Screwy noticed it and ran after Lefty to save Darling, but didn't succeed. Lefty picked Darling up and ran to Mr. Cross' car as Mr. Cross captured Yankee and the bat. Yankee, captured and forced to watch the game, almost gave up, but Screwy gave him some pep talk as the game wasn't going in his favor. Yankee threw Screwy to the glass and escaped as he created a scene in the match just to get Darling back to Babe Ruth. Babe's team were already losing when Babe Ruth gave Yankee a golden opportunity to play their last game. Mr. Cross was so doubtful about Yankee, so he laughed hard at him. But Babe strongly insisted that Yankee should play the last game for them. Yankee was able to make a swing in his third trial, and that earned him a victory as he won the match for Babe's Ruth team. Fans congratulated Babe Ruth team and Yankee, while Mr. Cross and Lefty was jailed for trying to steal Babe's Ruth bat. The movie ended as Yankee embraced his parent. Please share, like and subscribe to It's Mythical for more mind-blowing recaps.